As a wave of sick children continues flooding pediatric hospitals right across the province, an Oakville mother is speaking out about her little boy's terrifying battle with RSV and how a shortage of ICU beds almost sent them across the border for life-saving care.
I had been up with him, almost every hour, choking, like coughing to the point where it sounded like he was choking. At that point, could physically see, even through his blankets, that his chest was working really hard with every breath.
Carrie Graham took no chances the night her 3-year-old was struggling. Little Tyler was rushed to the closest emergency department in Oakville, where things quickly escalated.
His oxygen levels were so low, they actually believed that their machine was broken. And then that's when he immediately got put on the ventilator with a high flow vent, and they kept elevating the flow, and unfortunately they maxed out the pediatric limit and he still wasn't responding.
So when Oakville Hospital did all they could do for this little boy, he needed a pediatric ICU bed. So what happened?
This is where as a mother, it's really hard.
After 36 hours of her preschooler being treated by doctors at Oakville Trafalgar, Carrie tells me staff started making calls to every pediatric hospital in the province, but there was nowhere to bring her critically ill son.
It was petrifying that the system had 0 beds anywhere across Ontario. They called through Ottawa, everywhere, London, Hamilton, Toronto, everywhere, and there was nothing available, literally not a single bed. The last we heard on the call was, okay, then I'm calling Buffalo and we're just going to make a go. We're going to go to Buffalo.
As Carrie was packing up to leave the country, staff made one final round of calls, and thankfully a patient was about to be discharged from the Children's Hospital in London. That's where Tyler spent the next 2 weeks fighting for his life before eventually making a full recovery. That scary experience happened in mid-October. Since then, the crisis has worsened with the rapid spread of flu and RSV. Pediatric hospitals are now delaying surgeries to make more space for critically ill patients. And right now, Sick Kids tells City News its ICU continues operating over 100% capacity, and majority of those children are on ventilators.
I feel, even though it was the most horrific experience of my life, I feel so fortunate that we kind of got out in front of it and we weren't in the midst of the crisis at the level that it is now. You think the system is going to be there for you, and then in the time when you need it, it was a difficult place to be.
Now, we did reach out to Ontario Health to ask how far children are being transferred to find an available ICU bed. We did not hear back in time for broadcast. In Oakville, Shauna Hunt, City News.